Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are. It's a green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. Green morning because Surya, Vijay, Sastry, Kotamarti ji is joining us all the way from Canada. And it's a early morning, very early morning in Canada. And then, of course, in America also, and in Latin America also. It's a post lunch in Europe, and thereafter, when you come early evening in Bharat, surrounding countries, neighbors, Central Asia, when we talk about Southeast Asia, when you talk about beautiful Bharat and surrounding, it's early evening. So wishing you all a very hearty welcome. Pleasure to have all of you with us. As we all know that every Friday, 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we bring a live telecast and a live program for you all the way from Canada, from Toronto. And over there, we talk about power of self. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is a very important topic: power to control anger. How to control your anger. Let's talk about it. Generally, people say, हमने तो बचपन में सुना है 10 तक काउंट कर दो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 जब तक आप 10 काउंट करते हैं आपका एंगर चला जाता है. So in the NRIs for the Indian Education and Skills, Making Education Relevant series, let's move ahead with Shri Surya, Vijay, Sastry, Kotamarti ji, all the way from Canada, Power of Self. ICSI extends a very warm welcome to all of you, International Chamber for Service Industry, which is a link between India and our brothers and sisters, 31.46 million in 131 countries, and then of course the corporate houses and different verticals of the government. We started this series on 27th August 2021. And the first one was believe in the power that is within you. From there, we moved on power of detachment. We move power of karmas, power of voice, power to tolerate, power to accommodate, power of self-talk, power of happiness, power to withdraw, power of emotions, willpower. Very important whenever you say if you have the willpower. Power of giving. Give it as much as you can to the universe. Power of listening. Listening carefully, listening attentively, and listening every word what others are conveying. Power of words. Very important. Words are very important. Power of being positive, all the time positive. Power of gratitude. Chukkar, the tall trees always bend when the hot winds blow. So they stay. They are erect. They are straight. That's why power of gratitude. Power of self, that's emotional health and emotional intelligence. Balancing between mind and intelligence. Power of knowledge, power of silence, power of reconciliation, power of respect, power of observing, power of powerful thoughts, power of patience and persistence. Our chamber strongly believes that the education skills and micro, small, medium enterprise, that means there has to be accountability and outcome of whatever you are studying. Tonight at 8 p.m. in our regular program, because 5:30 is a special program which we bring for you every Friday from Canada. But 8 p.m. every day, we meet all of us. And today, that's on Friday, it's a reinstating women rights webinar series. You'll be having two of the distinguished guests coming all the way. Vanakkam, that is from Chennai. So making education and skill relevant, we'll be talking about emotional intelligence, decision making, confidence building, and communication skills. Don't forget to join us tonight at 8 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, Post-pandemic, there are lots of challenges: mental wellness, physical wellness, environmental wellness, spiritual wellness, economic wellness. So Chamber is bringing 7 hours long, beautiful marathon. That's on 4th of March. Join our international virtual conference, Mental Health of Students and Teachers Post-Pandemic World. This will come on 4th of March, 2 to 9 p.m. Now, Chandigarh, we started with C5, we went to C11, and we are bringing C101. That means 101 skills which you need post pandemic to be successful, and that is going to be shared with you on coming Tuesday. So, Napoleon Hill very strongly mentioned, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. Let's make education and skill relevant. Here is the profile of Surya Vijay Sastry Kotamarti ji. This program is going live on YouTube, GS Motivator. You can read the whole profile in your own time. Let's enter to the world today, power of controlling anger. How to control your anger, how not to lose your cool, how to keep your balance, how to keep yourself intact. So join me in extending a very warm welcome to Surya Vijay Shastri Kotamarti ji in the live series coming all the way from Canada in the power of self. Today we move on with him to yet another powerful morning, afternoon, and evening. Hearty welcome, Shri Surya Vijay Shastri Kotamarti ji. You wanted to say something on making education relevant. Let's start from there and let's move on from there, and we'll take on the journey with you. Hearty welcome, and ladies and gentlemen, now he's all yours.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and everyone. Thanks for again joining in this series of Power of Self. Yes, Dr. Sharma, I did want to say something about making education relevant. Today is the 26th webinar that I'm conducting on the power of self, and I could hear every power that you were talking that is there within, and I could see that we have so much inside us, and we can definitely achieve all this. Today is the 1463rd webinar of yours. So making education relevant, I did want to say something about it before I started the webinar, because your tagline of making education relevant. Education becomes relevant when you actually put it into practice. That is my thought. And through ICSI, you have brought almost now today is the 1463rd webinar, and in each webinar you are giving a lot of education. I would call it learning to people, and I'm sure each one of them is learning through the webinars, but it will become relevant when you actually put that into practice. So making education relevant is definitely a very good tagline, and I request everyone who's listening to all the webinars conducted by you, not just this one, because yes, education can become relevant, and education is always relevant, provided you put it into practice. So with those words, I just wanted to share my thoughts and the great job that ICSI is doing, and with their great tagline, that itself speaks for everything. But if we remember that tagline, I think for our own self, in the power of self, we can know that we can make this education and every webinar we can gain from ICSI and learn more and more, and making relevant to us in life. That's what I wanted to say. And with that, let me start about the power of controlling anger today. Now, I would like to say a few things before I really come to the how to control anger. I will first say that make your anger so expensive that no one can afford it, and make your happiness so cheap that everyone would like to get it from you. So that is the first thing I would like to say. And then there are a couple of things I'm going to say today, because all these things are relevant, and it also is relevant to the topic that we are discussing. Life is truly what you allow and make it to be. Train your mind to see good in everyone and in every situation. No good has ever come out of anger. And we have been speaking about the power of self. And karma is actually action in reaction. So when we do an action in reaction, that is karma. When we get angry, we create undesirable karma in real reference to the karma in action. So when we get angry, we actually are doing an undesirable karma. We really don't want to do it, but we do it. And why? We will discuss that. Now, getting angry transfers us from controlling our reality. When we get angry, actually, we do not look at the reality. We are in a state of mind where it is not reality, it's just fiction, but we don't understand that. And when we get angry, we operate from a low vibration, and that low vibration is no longer good for you, because it can result in loss of a friend, loss of a companion, loss of relationships, and so many things. Finally, I would now like to say about anger. So we have 5 virtues, everyone, and the power of self we have been discussing, and Kam, Krodh, Labh, Moh, and Ahankar. These are the 5 virtues which we have been discussing in the past in every webinar. Somewhere or the other, they always keep coming, and anger is one of them. All these virtues that we have within are actually invisible. You cannot see them, and that is the biggest problem. And we are unable to know why it comes. So let's discuss about anger today, because we are talking about how to control anger. Now, why does someone get angry? Is a question which I'm sure every individual asks to themselves, and I'm sure all the people who are attending the webinar also are thinking that why do we get angry? Because I'm sure no one wants to get angry. It's but situations make them angry. So what is the cause for anger? If we realize that, then we will be able to control it, because all these virtues can be through our practice, through the education, understanding why they come, and then of course through practice you can eliminate those. So why does actually anger come? Now, anger is a thing that we create in our mind. There are certain images that we create in our mind based on the situations that have happened either in the past or while you are actually interacting with somebody, or if you believe in the karma theory, it also is because it is a trait which has come from your past lives, where certain things have happened, and because of this, that image also is within you, so you are reacting to something that is happening. So first thing we have to understand that we are creating those images in our mind. So the what is happening is when we get angry because of the image that we have created about something. Generally, when we talk about, because there are three situations in which usually we get angry. One is the actual situation, and one is with people, and the other one is not having your own self-respect. So right now I'm discussing about getting angry with people. Why do we get angry with people? Sometimes, and most of the times, it is because of the image that we have created based on certain things that are happening or have happened in the past. So when they say something, you already have framed your mind in such a way that you react based on what you have in mind and not based on what is being said at that particular point in time. So the image that has been created. So we should not actually, how do you practice that? The best way to do is never have any thing stored in your mind. You deal with the situation or with the person when it is happening, and when that situation comes and you have dealt with that person, you can deal with it and leave it. If you do not leave it, that is the time when it stays in your mind, because you are not clearing off that, and that leads to your dealing with people. And it's not necessary. Most of the time, in our lives, we deal with people whom we have been dealing with, either in the office or at home or in as friends or as relatives or in various places. So we get angry because we are dealing with people and we have created images about certain things that have happened, or your perception about the other person with whom you are dealing. So it is not, you cannot say that you are getting angry because of them. It is your mind that has created certain images, and you are not letting those images go away from your mind. So one of the most important thing that I would say today that we should be learning is that we should not create any images about others. Leave that perception about others. When we have start creating perception about things, like in an office situation, you might create a perception that my boss always gets angry. Now, that is a perception that you have. Probably that is his trait, and you cannot change that. But what you have to do is you have to deal with it. So when you know that they are getting angry on you, instead of you also suppressing yourself or creating an image within that this person is like that, and then what happens is, if you have that perception, you are not listening to what is being told to you, and you will be reacting in a different way, and you will be doing in a different way. Similar situations happen even most of the time. This happens in relationships where you are either a brother or a sibling, or you are a spouse, or you are a friend. What happens is we interact more often than others, and we start putting all those conversations and other things that are happening, and start creating our perceptions about others. So we should remove the perception. Having a perception about others is something which will lead to anger. So please do not create images in your mind about what is happening, and or about any individual for that matter, with anyone that you interact. Be very clear that you are acting or you are in contact with somebody at that particular point in time. Think about what is being discussed, see their perception, and you will never get angry. You will get angry only if you have created a perception about a person. It could be that you are meeting the person for the first time. So there is a saying, first impression is the best impression. See, these are the type of things which have come in the past, and we have created all these things. So we tend to say, oh, now he has created a beautiful impression in my mind. So now lifelong, whatever they say, you will always have a very good impression. But then, things can change. At that particular point in time, you liked something and you reacted to something, and you have created that perception. But please do not create perceptions about others. Deal with the situation at that particular point in time. And if you do that, then you will be understanding what the other person is saying. And then the question of getting angry will not come, because you are not bringing the perception or the image from your mind and then reacting to what is being said. And if you do that, what will happen is you are reacting only to what is being said at that point in time. So this is one of the reasons, and one of the very important reasons, that when we deal with others, that is the situation where we get angry. And we get angry not because of them. We get angry because the perception and the image that we have created within. So the power is within yourself. Please do not create images of others in your mind based on what is happening. Understand them from their perspective and leave it at that. And then you will never be able to have a wrong image in your mind, and you will always deal with them. A lot of time when someone says, genuinely I am angry, you do not remove that from your mind. You still think in your mind that probably, he's saying, but he's not really, he doesn't mean it. Now, who can remove that from your mind? It is you who has to remove it. So when it comes to relationship with others, when I mean relationship, it is dealing with others, not necessarily any type of specific relationship, whether when you are dealing at the office, when you're dealing at home, when you're dealing with your siblings, your friends, anyone, whenever you're dealing with them, listen to what they are saying and do not react with your perceptions. That is one. Dealing with people, why we get angry is because of that. The other thing is, we get angry because of situations. Now, what is situations? Situations are something that is happening at a particular point in time. Now, you have absolutely no control over situations, because they come and you have to deal with them. Now, you do not want something to happen, but it happens. So that's a situation. Now, if you want to deal with it, then you will be able to overcome it. But if you do not deal with it, that is the time you get angry. Now, for instance, I'll just give an example. You want your child to do the homework, and the child is not doing the homework. He's playing, he's just come back from the school. He's going around here and there, trying to eat something or play with something. And you are making up your mind that he has to do his homework. Now, this is a situation. In this situation, you have to understand that the child wants to play, and you are creating an anger within yourself, and you are making up your mind that in this situation, the child has to do the work. He has to finish his homework. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, he's going to, in the school, they're going to scold him. Now, who is getting angry and why? I'm just giving a practical example. You can see for yourself that you are reacting and you are getting angry because of the situation. You can tell yourself, yes, he has just come back from the school. Let him play for a few minutes, and then I will ask him to do the homework. And after a few minutes, then you tell him, beta, we have to finish the homework. With a calm mind, you will be able to do. So situations, when they arise, you have to keep yourself calm. And of course, there are theories that they say that you count up to 20, inhale 20 times, exhale 20 times. All these things are said because, our mind actually is linked to our breath. We have to understand, every time our mind is doing something, it is dependent on our breath, the whole life. In fact, as long as we are taking the breath, only we are able to think. So the mind is directly connected with the breath, and that is the reason they say in a situation where you are getting angry, you inhale 20 times, you exhale 20 times. The reason for that is your breath will calm you down. And when you inhale and exhale, that is the reason. This is the practical reason why people tell you that in situations where you are getting angry, the best way to control yourself is by making sure that you keep your mind calm by inhaling and exhaling. And that is the truth of life. Your mind and your breath are directly connected. As long as you are having the breath, only your mind will work. So make sure that you calm yourself down, and calming down can be in many ways. And inhaling, exhaling is only the way where you are controlling yourself but not reacting, because at that point in time your concentration is on breath and not on any other thing. So you then calm down. After that, then you will be able to deal with the situation. So it is the situations which create the anger in you, and it is not and you are responsible for dealing with the situation. So because we do not deal with the situation in the way it should be dealt, we get angry. And who is responsible for that? It's you. It's I. If I am actually facing a situation, it is I who has to control myself and deal with the situation. If I am not dealing with the situation and I get angry, that is I'm responsible for self. So the power of controlling anger and controlling the anger in that particular situation is with you. So we cannot blame the situation for your getting angry, because I'm getting angry because I'm not dealing with the situation. If I deal with the situation, I will not get angry. If someone is saying something and or not doing the way things the way you want it to be done, because one thing we have to remember in life, we can never ever expect others to do what we want. That is a very, very clear thing. You can practice, or you can do it your whole life. You cannot expect others to do what you want, because just ask yourself, whenever you want, you expect somebody to do what you want, think that there are times if they ask you to do something, will you do it? No. Everyone does what they want. So give them that opportunity and do not react to the situation. Think about the situation and act in that situation. So that is another aspect. There's one more about self-respect, which I will do, but I will ask Dr. Sharma at this point in time because two important aspects. The third one is about self-respect, which I'll speak after. I would like you or the listeners and viewers what their opinions and what they would like to ask. Sharma ji, back to you.
It's wonderful thoughts. Thank you very much. In fact, like always, like every week, it is Julie Subba ma'am from Manipur. She is the first to log in today. Thereafter, we had gone to Nagaland. Then we had gone to Indian Air Force. Then we had gone to Kolkata. And everybody is good evening, good morning, good afternoon. And then we have gone to Shillong. Then we have gone to Pasighat, Adi community of Arunachal Pradesh. Then we had gone to Pathankot. Then we had come to Mullapur. and then we had come to Assam, and then we had moved on. If things are not happening according to our choice, and if do not get results of our hard work or efforts, this is coming from Air Force.
Yeah, so let me just say something about that, Dr. Sharma. They
Yeah.
themselves are saying if they are not happening according to our choice.
Uh,
So you have already made the choice. So how will it? So I'm saying, so things don't happen the way you want. Yes, that's your choice, but will it happen? So don't get angry. It's your choice, but see the situation. It might be different than what you think. So deal with the situation and please don't get angry over not happening because of your choice, because you are dependent in that maybe in that specific situation on the on something else, either a person or a thing to happen. So that would be my response to that.
Also, it is written, if someone misbehaves with us, then also we get angry.
Yes, misbehave. Now, misbehavior is something which can make you angry, but you can get out of that situation by not saying anything or moving away from there, so that you understand that at that particular point in time, because nobody will continuously misbehave with you, and if they are continuously misbehaving with you, the best thing is not to meet such people and just keep yourself calm. But by getting angry, you will be dealing with them, and then you will get into situations, and those are the reasons why the conflicts come up.
Julie ma'am is asking why some people tend to get angry very quickly.
Yes, because they already have, see, everything is how you develop yourself, how you discipline yourself. So, getting angry settles within you over a period of time. So, if you start creating perceptions, like I have said, about everything, maybe there are certain people who start thinking about everything and keep those things in their mind, and they always want things to happen the way they think, and because of that they get angry. So they have to train themselves in such a way that not to, because we are creating all these things and putting it in our mind. We are the cause for the anger. We cannot put it onto others. Sorry, I'm unable to hear you, Dr. Sharma.
Uh,
I'm not,
Ishita
I
Shukla.
wasn't able to hear you.
Ishita Shukla. Is anger more prevalent to those people who have a personality like restlessness, hypertension, than those who have a calm and a slow personality?
Can you please say that again?
If anger is anger more prevalent to those people who have personality of restlessness, hyper?
Yes. Yeah. See, a personality is created how? Over a period of time. Personality, yes, there are, as per the theory of karma, there are some traits that are within you, but the personality is created over a period of time. So you are the one who is continuously creating that. And so those things in your mind, like stress, tensions, all these are created by us within. If we do not discipline ourselves, let's say you get tensed if you are late to the office. Now that is just one situation. Why would you so you know that you are getting tensed by getting late to the office, so you have to discipline yourself of taking the time to get up early and do whatever is required to reach on time. So have we to blame others for that? Now, like Ishitaji has said, it is true. Those who are creating have that type of personality. They already are making their beliefs much stronger and stronger, that they are people who are under stress. But stress is not something which cannot be removed. It is something which we create within, and we are the ones who can remove the stress. There is no outsider who can come and relieve your tensions and your stresses. So definitely the people who keep themselves calm, obviously they will not get tensed. And why do they keep themselves calm? Because they understand, and they have made their personality in such a way that they do not react. So I said karma is action in reaction. So that is what it is. So that's the difference between people who have a personality, who are having tension, stress. They are different from the people who are calm.
It is coming from Indian Air Force, Mahesh ji. He's writing, is there any connection of food habits with anger?
Yes. Thanks, Maheshji, for asking that specific question. There is definitely a huge connection between what you eat and the anger, because that is another reason, because your body reacts based on what you are consuming. So your personality, like if you are eating things which are very spicy, which are very hot, then that creates your mind in such a way that your reactions will be very quick. And anger comes only because your response is very quick in the situation. The anger can be controlled only if you keep yourself calm. So satvikta is that's why prevailing, and people are told to eat sattvic food, because that calms down. You do not you are not consuming something which will make you react quickly. So definitely these are the things which see, our body and our mind has a relationship. It is not that everything is being done by the mind. So the body, when you consume it, then whatever has been consumed will react. And that's the reason, definitely, Maheshji, there is a big connection between what you eat and why you get angry.
Wonderful. Let's take the last question of today, and that is why aggressive people are very stubborn. Why aggressive people are very stubborn?
Yeah, aggressive people are stubborn because they want things to happen. What is being stubborn? You want things to happen the way you want it. So you and if it doesn't happen like that, then they get angry or they get tensed. So aggressive people are stubborn because they think that things should happen the way they want. But things don't always, in fact, most of the time, do not happen the way you want. So being stubborn is not a reason for you to get things done. Being calm and dealing with the situation is what is required. Being aggressive leads you nowhere. It will lead you to despair, and you are the one who will be eventually all these things. Everything will depend upon you, and that is the reason. You means I. Everything will depend on I. So I am the one, and all these 26 webinars that we have been discussing about the power of self, each and everything is within. And that's why we are continuously saying that we have to practice this. And whoever is listening to this program today, right now, or even later, or at any point in time, if it can be implemented for ourselves. The whole purpose is of our discussion is that we understand that eventually it is We who have to do it for ourselves. And if we understand that we have the power within, whether it is the power of detachment, power of tolerance, power of patience, power of words, all these things that we have discussed is the power of self. That is the title, and that is the truth, that everything is within us. So we have to practice, kindly go through all webinars, and always, and it's not that I'm not preaching here, I'm only discussing with you and putting forward all the thoughts, because this is the reality, that you have the power within. And let's accept that we have the power within, and we can, with practice, come over everything, including the power to control anger, which I have discussed with everyone today in depth.
Wonderful.
There is actually one more part, which is an important aspect of the power to control anger, Sharmaji, but I don't know whether we have sufficient time. Otherwise, we can cover it later.
We can always take it next time. We have got about 3 minutes if you want to cover today. Otherwise, we can take it next time.
I'd like to add.
And I have got
yeah.
I've got a colleague with me, and he has got something to ask from you. Sumit ji is joining me, and I hand over the mic to him.
Sure. Namaskar, Sumit ji.
Hi.
Hi.
So really an eye-opener. Thank you so much. My question is, does God ever get angry?
Okay. A very good question, Sumit ji. Thanks for asking that. But who is God?
Well, this question basically emanates from the inception of this session, when you were speaking to Dr. Saab and you talked about Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, right? So as I understand that these are the key ingredients, the balanced ingredients would always, give out good results. However, any imbalance would definitely, create some kind of a turbulence.
Correct.
So a higher energy, according to me, would be God, or any natural arrangement. The nature itself would be God, right? And their respective energy levels, higher and maybe higher.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll answer that in just one sentence, which has always been misinterpreted. But it is said that Aham Brahmasmi,
Right.
I am God, but it has been interpreted by people that, oh, I'm the creator, I'm the one who has the power. That was not the basis of Aham Brahmasmi. What Aham Brahmasmi means is that I am the energy which is part of the energy which is the Almighty. So we ourselves are the Almighty, but we do not realize that each one of us is part of that one eternal, which I have always been saying in every webinar. So it's a very good question that you have asked. Does God get angry? We get angry. So if the answer is that we get angry, then God is getting angry because you are part of the God. But God never gets angry. We are part of that one energy, and he's in so many different forms. So there is nothing, all these things are, in my earlier sessions, I have said these 5 traits that we have are actually invisible, and they are within us. And they are virtues which can be removed, and they can be removed with practice. So definitely, if every individual removes from them, then they will not have those 5 traits of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Ahankar, which is very difficult. Even if we practice and remove one by one over a period of time, then we will be able to get rid of those. So certainly, there is God is only the Almighty who has created the nature, and we are part of him. So we are each soul is part of God. So if we are getting angry, then I will say that it's not God who is getting angry. It is this individual, this soul, which is in that situation getting angry. So God never gets angry. We
Right.
individuals get angry. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So basically, what I have understood is that all the five ingredients that you named, the lesser the better. The lesser
Yeah.
they help you in controlling your anger. Right.
Correct.
Now, how to control them is a different discussion altogether. The manifestation of natural disasters, maybe the catastrophic disasters, and like the wars and all, what have been we're just seeing what's happening in Russia and so on. So, uh, well, that's true. It's not God, then it's actually man who's doing it. So,
We are the ones who are creating the anger within. So there is
anger within.
nothing, and it's an individual. If it was that God is getting angry, then why is that some people are calm and some people are angry? It's a trait which is within the souls. So we have actually, everyone is God, because we have all the good elements within us. We have discussed in the part that it's like a computer. It depends on which folder you are opening, and unfortunately the folder of the best things that we have, love, peace, calm, passion, and everything that we have, we never open that folder. We always open folders of kam, krodh, lobha, ahankar, and we then start saying that we are not doing what we are supposed to do. Actually, we have, every individual has that, and that's why the statement of Aham Brahmasmi is correct, because we are part of that one Almighty.
Right. Right. So I think that explains it all. And so that was my small question. Yeah.
No, it was a very good question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shri Surya, Vijay, Sastry, Kotamarti ji. So today we were two of us. Thank you very much for taking Sumit ji also with us. It was indeed a great pleasure. And look forward meeting you next Friday at 5:30 p.m. all the way from Canada. And I took little extra time from you today. Thank you. Our deep gratitudes, and have a wonderful day ahead. It's a green morning, green afternoon, green evening to everyone world over, wherever they are. Let's stay fit. Let's stay fine. Take care of your health. Take care.